It is cold, freezing cold. I can't feel my fingers. Welcome to another Fish Head live stream. We're out here at Piney Z. It's a lake with these cool fingers that stick out into the lake. Super cold, super windy. We were going to be trying to teach Dylan how to fly fish in preparation of our fly fishing trip that we've got coming up, but it is so bitterly cold and windy that Dylan's just gonna wait for another day. But since we're out here, I'm gonna take a few casts, and it is windy. My wind thing will not stay on. Stay on there, buddy. There we go. Hopefully it doesn't just sound like the whole time. But my setup is this Reddington rod. I actually casted it out a few minutes ago and left it sitting in the water. Dylan is struggling over here, guys. Look at him. Laying there on the ground. It's about 37 degrees and it's blowing about 20 miles an hour. So it is really, really cold, especially for us Florida boys. Jerry in the house. It is very cold. Joan, hello to you. Appreciate you guys for coming in. First two in. Trying a little fly fishing here. It's too windy and too cold, but we're here, so I gotta at least give it a little bit of a try. 5 months a member, heck yeah. Let me get my line untangled from these weeds. Got a little streamer bait on, but it's so cold I'm just kind of letting it touch the surface and then slowly sink down, and then I'm sort of just kind of stripping it in real slow. Oh yeah, very cold, Jerry. This is what Dylan does when the cold makes him shut down. Looks like a body just laying there on the ground. Dylan, you alive? Woo! Tuesdays with Joy. Appreciate you coming in, Jenny. Doing good. Dog and I outdoors. Yeah, the Florida weather is pretty crazy lately. Wintertime is especially exciting because we can go from like a 90-degree day to a 25-degree day the next day. Jerry dropping a 10 bomb on us. Heck yeah, appreciate that, Jerry. It's been a while since we've been live, and we picked a crazy one today to do it. Appreciate that so much, Jerry. Helping keep our bait situation going here. But really, our main goal is to get practiced up and for Dylan to actually learn how to fly fish, because in about 6 weeks we're heading up to the mountains again, and we're going to be fly fishing North Georgia rivers, the Chattahoochee, Smith Creek, a couple other places. And some of the places we can really only use fly equipment. Some of them we just want to use fly equipment, but our trout fishing has not been on par the last couple of years. So this year we're going to expand it, see if we can't get some trout. And we want to do an epic catch and cook adventure video. Cassie. My kids love K-pop, I guess. They watched that K-pop movie that's still like #1 on Netflix like 20 times already. I'm not a huge fan myself. Woo! Yeah, dog and I, it was, I think 18 this morning. We wanted to do a cold weather camping video where we were going to camp out last night. Our record was 18 degrees from like last winter. And I was like, oh, it says 18. It might get to 17. We could break our record. Tried setting up some stuff in like 30-mile-an-hour wind, and I was like, no, we can't do it. We won't even be able to cook or have a fire. Yes, very, very blustery today. Check my line here. I'm not too hopeful that a bass is going to come up and hit this streamer, but we're giving it a try. Appreciate that. Yeah, I saw that, Jerry. Lots of snow everywhere. Dylan, come join the chat. When it's this windy, it's really hard to get a good cast with a fly rod because even if the wind is blowing this way, you got to bring the line back into the wind, so it limits how far you can actually cast. Yes. Everybody hit that like button. Do it. Do it. I think I'm going to bring this one in and we'll move down just a little bit. Yeah, our subscription rate has been non-existent for like 2 months. We're still like exactly where we were in subscriber count from like 2 months ago. It's our own fault. We do have a couple videos that have come out in the last couple weeks. I have 2 more to edit. I'm actually like a week behind on editing, so we got 2 more long form videos to post. One of them is a survival shelter build camp out that we did last weekend, and it was interesting to say the least. Definitely struggled a little bit with the survival shelter, but survived the night. It was not nearly this cold last week, though. And there's another recipe video that we did, and we reminisced on some amazing bass fishing that Dylan and I did, and I forgot to include in any of our videos. Jerry, I did not get a new phone. This is still the same phone. It just started working again properly. So we're gonna ride it out as long as we can. But yeah, in a few weeks we're heading up to North Georgia, a city called Helen, Georgia we're staying at, and there's supposed to be amazing trout fishing in that area. Of course, there is supposed to be in Blue Ridge where we went last spring and we did not catch any. But hopefully this year we know a little bit more of what we're doing. Dylan, you got to help us move down the finger a little bit. We're going to move down a little. You got to carry the stuff. Yeah, come on. All right, we're going to take a quick move down. Yeah, I hope it's snow-free, Jerry, but it's going to be like middle of March, so hopefully we're in better shape by then. Check out this guy. I don't know if I got him. Hard to see anything. But Dylan's slowly making his way over here. All right, let me bring my line in real quick. I'll get Dylan to grab our flies and his rod. I'll get the wires out of the way here. And then we can make a little move down. This lake has these fingers, they call them. It's basically just, I guess when they were building stuff around the lake, they just pushed dirt in these rows out into the lake. So here's the little streamer fly I got on. It's got some weeds. We'll get those off when we get down there. Yeah, buddy. Whoo! It is chilly. Why don't you lay down right here, dude? There's a good protected spot right here.
I would sink in.
No, you don't sink here. It's hard ground. Dylan just wants to lay down because it's so cold. Appreciate all you guys for joining us. Jesse boy, we are at Piney Z. The fingers. This is finger number 4. You're familiar with Piney Z, you know exactly where we are. Although we're trying something not too many people do here, and that is streamer fly fishing. There's a little log straight out there in the water. I'm going to try to get my streamer right next to that. Yeah, he is not used to the cold. Neither am I, really. My hands are about 75% numb. But I feel like this might be a good spot to throw this streamer. Let me take a cast here. Dylan, you might not be safe there, dude, because my line's coming back that way. Further out would be better. I can't quite get it out there. The wind is blowing so hard this way that I can't get a good back cast. My fly hits the ground and prevents me from gaining any more distance. But what I've been doing is just letting it sit for a few minutes till it lays down on the bottom and then just kind of stripping it in real slow. Oh yeah, Jesse, I do remember that. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, Zach messing around with his fishing rod. Nothing yet, Jesse, and I'm not really expecting too much. We just wanted to wet the fly lines, practice a little bit. When we got out here, we realized it is insanely cold. We're not going to be out here for long. I'm actually still getting over a bit of a cold too, so it's probably not the best thing in the world to be doing. Ooh, the wind is taking, oh no, there it goes again. I was almost going to say the wind's taking a break, but here we go. Woo! we're getting ready for Helen, Georgia trip, Jesse. It's gonna be an epic video. If you guys aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. My favorite time to bass fish. Not for me, but the bass seem to kind of go dormant. We need a change in the weather, like either for it to be a cold front or something just moves through and changes everything all of a sudden. When it's just cold like this for a while, it seems like they kind of slow down. But like I said, we're just kind of practicing today. Make flies, nice. Severine in the house. Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate all you guys for joining us. Our viewer count is bouncing around like crazy. Probably because we have been slightly inconsistent lately with our live streaming, but that's okay. This isn't going to be a long one today, guys, because we are beat up by this cold wind. Dylan's just laying on the ground over here. Oh no! Guys, it's crazy. Down went the phone. Let me adjust. We're still live. We're still alive. Oh no. The tripod broke. Snapped off, guys. I don't know what to do now. We don't have a tripod. The piece that holds the phone onto the tripod just snapped off. And we're gonna have to buy another tripod. Maybe I can get, oh no, don't. That's just the piece that goes on the top of the tripod. I don't have a spare one here. John C. It is going crazy right now. Just broke my phone holder on the tripod. I'm going to try to just kind of set my phone on the ground. We're not going to be out here too much longer because it's freezing cold. Thought I actually just had a bite, and then all that happened. A disaster. Hopefully that'll keep the wind off for a little bit. I'm going to take a few more casts, guys. It's going to be hard to read chat way down there on the ground. Weed fish. There's a nice patch of weeds right over here. I got my streamer right next to it. Whew. Man, my hands are so cold, guys. So cold. I can't feel my fingers. Hopefully we're going to get some big ones up in Georgia, Jesse. We're trying. Nice. Congratulations on the 100. Yeah, there's Dylan. Just laying on the ground. He gave up. He actually never started. His rod's still laying here in 2 pieces. We never even rigged up his rod because when we got out here, we realized this was going to be brutal. I never want to have a live stream that's under a half an hour, guys, and we're at 24 minutes right now, so a few more casts at least. Gotta have a few more casts. This is an awesome place though, guys. I'll show you our surroundings. Let's see if we can zoom in on them real quick. It's hard to hold the phone steady. Oh, my hands are shaking, guys. I gotta zoom all the way out for it to look halfway decent. But yeah, pretty big sized lake. A lot of man-made structures around it, like the thing that we're on right here. There's actually a few of these fingers that stick out into the lake. Some osprey nests. It's actually a wildlife management area around the lake. Yeah, he gets credit for coming out. I can't blame him. We don't get weather like this very often here in Florida. Hit the tripod. Well, guys, like last night, I had to accept defeat from our cold weather camping challenge, which we never really got to try. I think I'm going to have to do the same here. Let's take a little walk out to the end of the finger here. Just check it out. The fly fishing is not good. Not good at all for fishing. But just out of curiosity, I want to look off the end of the finger here, just see what the water looks like. As you can tell, it's windy out here. When you can see the wind on the water like that, that's a rough day of fishing right there. Especially when it's 37 degrees. The feels like temperature is like 19 or something. It is quite cold. But yeah, here we are at the end of the finger. The water's a bit murky, can't really see much. we'll have to come back and try this spot again. Just not the greatest day for fishing today. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up because we're freezing. We're gonna walk back to the truck, wrap this one up, keep getting prepared for the big trout trip here in a few weeks. And we got a couple more videos coming out. Should have another one out as soon as I finish it, editing it, hopefully tonight or tomorrow night, of a survival shelter build. An interesting one at that. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Great to see everybody. We'll see y'all soon. Have a good one. And thank you, Jerry. Thank you again.